Good evening, all of you. Thank you for joining. So let's begin our session. I welcome Dr. Madhumati ma'am for joining us.
Thank you, Manshi.
That she is the child psychologist. And today we are going to talk about a serious topic, which is world of work and career choices. As we all are aware that there are a ton of choices and it's hard to choose which career is right for yourself. So for this motive, we are joining the session, and let me clear you that you will get all your answers today. So this session will definitely give you the knowledge to choose the right career. So now I will like to call ma'am. So ma'am, we can begin our session now.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Manshi. Yes, we are here one more time. All of us, people who have joined us for today's session on Fair Gaze platform and one of the largest K-12 community portal. Basic idea being the child is the center of our universe, and the two links or the two support system is the school community and the home community, which makes our child special and unique. So we need to tailor make everything as per the choice of the child, the aptitude and interest, and so on. So here, yes, of course, yes, Manshi has already given a quick intro of what our talk is going to be about. It is I've shortened it, the world of work, to WOW, WOW. And I'm wondering, why did I come up with this? Because it is actually a sense of wonderment when a child starts going to school. That's when, or the kindergarten, when the kid is stepping, or even in the play school, when child is stepping out from home environment to school, the first thing is that the family members or the teachers or the child himself is filled with wonderment of how I'm going to carve out my life, how I'm going to be special, different in my community, what I would be doing when I grow up. So that is why the world of work is very important, and the reason why we are taking it up today. Of course, we'll try and make it an interactive, Manshi. Do keep a lookout on our chat window while I'm at it. You can interject me because I don't want it to be a sermon. We all know a lot, but it will be good to answer questions as and when they come our way. So yeah, guys, we are going to talk about world of work and career choices. How does the wow factor help in choosing the right career? So, I was just going over the net, Manshi, today. I said, let me just figure out what is the day today and what's happening. So we are looking at 7th of May. We are commemorating, the Military Appreciation Day, today, this month, the whole of May. And then May 6th to May 12th, this whole week, Manshi, is dedicated to Nurses Week. And what an apt way, because we are going through the pandemic, one of the scariest way of living. I don't think it looks like never ending, but this too shall pass. And kudos to our nurses, our frontline workers. So Fair Gaze, of course, extends a lot of gratitude to our nurses and the frontline workers. We also, of course, that we have the Mother's Day coming up. Yes, Manshi? Yes, Mother's Day.
And so, we are also celebrating the menstruation hygiene campaign also.
Yes, we are. Yeah. Would you like to speak something about that? What is happening? Is it on the Fair Gaze?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to tell all of you that please participate on that because it is very important. As we all know that menstruation is a taboo, right? We are facing all such much problem like pandemic at these times, and at this time it is very hard for us and to aware people, as this is the only platform through which we can interact. So we can so if you will participate in this program, you can bring awareness among your parents, among the friends you have through our social platform with our help. And you also get a chance to win also. There are 5 prizes and 10 consolation prizes also. So if you are interested, please go on our site Fair Gaze. There you will get a link. for registration. Please register yourself. We are this campaign is going right now, and we have winners for every week. We announce a winner. So this is going till 28th May. Please participate and win, and contribute to to society, to aware people, to aware your friends. So it's a very good platform and a very good opportunity for all you guys.
Great. Thanks for the info, Manshi. And yes, all you viewers out there, please do check out the Fair Gears portal. And there is a lot of information and a lot of participation. We are going to value add to the society in the little bit that we can, each one of us. Every single drop matters. So coming back to the wow factor, and like we said, getting in school, the first thing is, which becomes the hot topic of discussion in any family when the kids start going to school is, बड़े होके क्या बनोगे, and the child is agog with a lot of ideas. The parents are chuffed, they are happy, they are smitten with the responses the kid gives. All of that looks beautiful, and then comes class 1, and then the parents ask, kya banoge bade hoke, what will you become when you grow up? The kid has a shift, and the parents say, okay, there's a shift. The kid wanted to be a nurse in kindergarten, and now she wants to be a dancer in class 1. Okay. The parents are quiet. And then comes class 2, class 3. What would you like to become when you grow up? And the child says, I would like to do volunteer work. Now, slowly starts seeping in the disapproval of us parents. There is a silent disapproval of, this is not what the kid should be doing. And when the right time comes, then I'm going to tell this child what I want him or her to do, because through this child, my aspirations and my own unmet desires will be taken care of. Or an ego boost. घर में सारे डॉक्टर्स हैं, तुमको भी डॉक्टर बनना है. तुम्हारे पापा इंजीनियर हैं, तो तुम्हें भी इंजीनियरिंग. तुम्हारे भैया IIT टॉपर हैं, तुम IIT क्यों नहीं जाओगे? So the whole wow factor is, quashed. It's almost like somebody has lit fire to it, somewhere in the end of primary years. So why I say all of this is because I have had a lot of experience of school counseling over the years, and I have been dealing with class 1 to class 12 kids, have had a lot of sessions, and you'll be surprised, Manshi, that one of the most popular topics, especially in the middle school, it was not so much in senior, it's the middle school kids who wanted to say to me, ma'am, we want to have more sessions on how to pick the right career. And that is what completely surprised me. And I said, it's not in class 9, it's not in class 8 that the child wakes up, or the parents generally wake up. कि subject choose करना है, 10th board में marks अच्छे लाओगे तो science subject. It starts much earlier. And what happened? Why did we allow this wow factor to disappear, decimate, just shrivel and die? That's why today, guys, all you parents out there, all you mentors out there, teachers of our special children are, like we say, the treasure of our home, of our nation. It's time for us to revive the wow factor. So today's session is going to be basically what we can do at school level and what we can do at home level, and when. These are the two things. And the third will be what the kid can do. There are the three things which we're going to quickly take up about reviving the wow factor, that is the world of work. So coming back to Manshi, I was talking about the primary kids. It is the primary kids who wanted to, say, ma'am, we want to understand. So a lot of kids were saying, ma'am, we are good in all the subjects. We like all the subjects. It's in class 5 and 6 and so on. I get marks, very good marks in all subjects. Ma'am, how do I come to know what kind of subject will I be, getting in to get a career of my choice? Good question. A lot of us have that because our education system actually encourages marks, rote learning. You just get good marks.
One more thing.
Yeah.
There is one more thing that when we kids, we don't have that pressure that someone is really poking us every day, that what you are doing, what you're gonna be. At that time we feel the freedom to choose, yeah, this subject is also good, this subject is also good, we can be a doctor, we can be an engineer. At that time we are so much fascinated with so many things. But
Yes.
as we grow up, there's so much pressure around us, there's so much things that we are seeing, that yeah, our friend is so much good in that subject, he want to be a doctor, and what about me, what I'm going to do, in which college I'm going to go. So there are so many things that we face when we grow up, and at
That's right.
that time when we are kid, we fully enjoy our environment and our school life.
So true. So true. That's what you're saying, that most kids are interested in all the subjects at the beginning. That is a little bit of a misnomer, is what I wanted to bring up, exactly this point. Lot of parents lose in, they do not interested to know what the kid would be doing, because they say marks अच्छे ला रहे हैं, you know, A's आ रहे हैं, ठीक है, चलने दो ना. Now
Yes, ma'am.
that is what is a bit of a responsibility for the parents. Now, there are four things which make up our career choices. Now, I'm going to repeat this in the next half an hour, so that we have it ingrained in our system, which is the parents, the teachers, and the students. Four things that make up, and this is based on research work on career counseling. There are four ingredients that make this fabulous dish called WOW, world of work. The first one is interest. Interest. I'll come to each one of them one by one. Interest, aptitude, personality type, achievement score. Let's come back to it. What is interest? Interest is it's a feeling or an emotion that causes attention. It brings about attention. It evokes attention to focus on an object, an event, or process, something that catches our attention. So please understand, parents, kids, and teachers, all of us will not be interested in everything. So when we observe a child who is in class 1 and 2, there are, or even primary years, right up till fifth, there are subjects that the kid will first do in homework, will first finish, will first respond in class, will uh, with less effort get more marks. कम पढ़ के अच्छे नंबर आ जाते हैं, उसको इंटरेस्ट बोलते हैं. Generally speaking, interest cannot be that you are interested in maths equally as much you are interested in languages, because abstract thinking, verbal ability and numerical ability are two separate abilities in our cognitive mapping of the brain. They are two separate abilities. They are not the same. So coming back to what happens is, Manchi, exactly what you're saying, it seems to us that, we are good with all subjects. If we pay closer attention, the subject that gives less efforts, we are more interested in it, we'll end up spending a little more time in those subjects, is our interest. So अब ये हमको जो पता चल गया ये इंटरेस्ट है, अब हमको करना क्या है इसमें? इसमें करना ये है, it's the parent, who are the guiding light for a primary kid? Parents and teachers, am I right? Primarily?
Yes,
Right. So guiding light is what we're looking at. The wow factor continues. It becomes easier. That should be in the primary years and not wake up from a stupor in the end of middle school. Class 8 में जब बच्चे का interest, aptitude सब खाली सब गुम हो जाता है class 6 में. Why does this happen? Is first and foremost, the syllabus changes drastically, the examination method changes drastically. It all becomes a little more difficult, and that's when the child suddenly seems to feel lost, because he or she is not sure how to optimize on their interest. Second factor is aptitude. What is aptitude? Natural ability or skill. Natural ability. We all can learn singing. if we try very, very hard. All of us can learn it. But there's some people with less training, they are naturally good at it. They naturally have a good voice. They naturally have a high pitch. They have higher range naturally. लता मंगेशकर की जो आवाज है वो naturally सुरीली है, for example. So you need, if you have, we all have aptitudes, all of us, even children with learning difficulties, the learning difficulties like this dyslexia, dyscalculia, and even ADD, ADHD. We'll not go into those topics today because we'll digress otherwise. Each one of us has a range of aptitudes. You will not be good with everything, but there will be at least one aptitude, if not more, minimum one. Of course, there are more than that.
Also one thing that there are many students who are not able to understand in which field they are good, because I have seen many kids like they are good in painting, but because of the environment that they get in their house, like painting, through painting you are not going to earn much. You cannot depend on painting to be you can't settle your future on this thing. You have to do something great, something different, like you have to do this.
What do you think? If you were a parent, what do you think? Yeah.
Ma'am, I don't think so, because I think, every child has their own interest.
So what can a painter do? Like, I'm asking you, let's say a kid pursues painting.
The main thing is that we should understand as a parent also that our kid have the opportunity that we don't get at our time, because at previous generation is don't focus on these things a lot, like what their kids are doing, what are they enrolling them in workshops so that they can improve their skills also. But now there are parents who are focusing on their kids, like, yeah, my kid is good in painting, so I can enroll him in a good webinar, or can arrange a a mentor for him or her so that she can improve herself. So there are things, and it is very important for a parent to get herself or themselves motivated and focus on the kid also.
Yes, so true. So you said when the parent is able to identify the child's aptitude, it's the parent who becomes the catalyst. A lot of parents, unfortunately, I wouldn't say many, but quite a few parents, unfortunately, tend to put the entire responsibility on the school and teachers. School भेज दिया, अब तो fee दे रहे हैं, पैसे दे रहे हैं, अच्छा स्कूल में डाल दिया बच्चे को, और अब teachers देखेंगे और देखेंगे अब तो. A very important resource as parents is left now, today. Thank God we are living in the technological world, the millennia, as they call it. Everything is a click away. So it's the parent who needs to be updated. It's the parent who needs to be updated. Because if you are not able to identify, like exactly, Manchi, what you said, the school hours are only those many. The school, the curriculum is taken care of, and the kid comes back home. Then what happens? Then the parent is waiting for the next day when the kid goes to school again. Important part of the link of the wow factor is lost. So the parents need to keep updated. And a simple way is, which I'll come to later, and again, maybe I'm just mixing it all up because we're having an impromptu kind of a talk. The simple way is Google top careers, popular careers in 2021. Simple. Careers in painting, drawing, jobs, vocation, courses available. Everything is a Google click away. Imagine we didn't have that 30, 40 years back. So that was a little more of a challenge earlier, but we are living in happy times in spite and despite the pandemic, which is of course taking a toll in its own way. But like I said, this too shall pass. And let us kind of be more optimistic about how we can realistically plan our career. Even while we're in the pandemic, we'll come to that in the last paragraph. So coming to quickly, let's go over it. The first is the interest, second is the aptitude, third is the personality type. So personality type, again, a tricky one. You'll be saying, oh, personality is a very psychological thing. How do we simplify it? Just let's simplify it. We're basically talking of 5 personality types. We'll just come to basic introverted, extroverted is one part. So extroversion is there. That's one personality type. The other one is called openness. People who are open to experiences. Children who are open to, yes, I'll do this, saying yes to things. Yeah, I like to try this. I like to try something new. Openness, second. Third, agreeable. Agreeable means cooperative. People, children who are good with teamwork, children who are good with taking orders, who are able to execute something being told to them. That's agreeableness. Fourth is consensus. जो लोग methodical होते हैं, timetable oriented होते हैं, good administrator. They can put things in a little more systematic form. And the fourth one is neuroticism, which is all of us are neurotic, which means it's not a disorder, it's just moods. If we are a little moody, emotional, so the emotional part of us is the neurotic part of us. 5 personality types, and all of that, if you want to just say, okay, make it a little more simple for us, just focus on how the child is as a person. ज्यादा साइकोलॉजी में ना जाके ये देखते हैं कि बच्चा mentor type hai. There are kids who like to take care of other kids. I'll help you with your homework, I'll carry your bag. Are they the mentor type? Are they the leader type? Somebody who is team leader. They're always in the football team, the captain. um, what is your child like? Are they very sensitive? Are they a little tough minded? डरते हैं बच्चे, क्या डरपोक टाइप के हैं, timid type के हैं? All of that, now you will observe that this also changes with time.
And then one more thing, that there is a misconception that the child who is introvert is not so good, is not going to perform well in studies,
Good point.
not going to perform good when surrounded by people, is not going to represent himself or herself perfectly. So there is a
What do you think about it? What do you think about it?
I don't think so. I have many friends who are introvert, but they are very good in nature. There's misconception they are good, not good in nature. They used to, they don't like crowd. They don't like to gather with so many people. They don't like parties. They don't like to interact. This is a misconception that we have built. So, ma'am, what do you want to talk about this? What do you want to say about this?
Wonderful. Yes, so right. So introverted people, like we are talking about, this in all of this, the extroversion. You're talking about who are the extrovert? Exactly the party. The introvert people, the quiet. They are the thinkers. They are the philosophers, the analysts, people who are good in laboratory work, research-oriented work, because they have more patience. So we are looking, and they're more creative. They may come up with divergent thoughts. By the way, an introverted person can come up with divergent ideas, something out of the box. Yeah, so you're right. It's a complete misnomer. And we cannot change our basic personality type. Please understand that, parents. If you have a child who's inherently introverted, shy, मत उसको जबरदस्ती करके उसको किसी और तरह से बनाओ. Just observe the kid. Don't say ये तो अपने पापा पे गया है या ये अपनी मम्मी पे गई है. Be different. Just observe your child and let the child flower, bloom in your care. In all your respect, you need to respect the kid and give that much of time for growth. So coming back to the 4 different types of the 4 areas. Oh, we missed out the 4th one. We talked of the 3rd one, the 4th one. 4th one I'm talking about is achievement score. Now let's put it all. Achievement score मतलब जितने जो आप marks लाते हो, ठीक है? Now let's put them all together. So all these 4 factors have to be correlated to each other. There are psychometrics. There are psychological tests. So you as parents or the kids or the teachers don't need to wonder कि अब हमें इन 4 चीजों के साथ करना क्या है. आपको सिर्फ aware होना है कि ये 4 चीजों से ही career choices बनते हैं. Or there are a lot of schools where they have psychometrics to test these 4 things. There are psychometrics given. But if you don't want to get it tested, just like I said, be aware. So let's take an example now, Manshi. For example, a kid has interest, let's say, in maths. ठीक है, उसको numbers से he has a natural aptitude for maths. And aptitude का मतलब क्या है? Sorry, उसको interest भी है और aptitude भी है. ठीक है? Personality type उसकी let us say extroverted है. extroverted है, ठीक है?
Hmm.
और achievement score, let's say उसके 10%, 20%, he's failing in maths.
Okay.
That means it's not in balance. There's something not going right. That is why I placed the first two as most important. We put it in terms of
Interest
order.
is very important.
Yeah, there you go. Interest is most important. It has to be followed by aptitude. अगर ये दो चीजें समझ में आ गई तो अचीवमेंट स्कोर क्यों लो है, यू कैन नॉट से बच्चे का एप्टीट्यूड, उसको ना इंटरेस्ट नहीं, उसने पढ़ा था उसको इंटरेस्ट नहीं पढ़ने में. That you've already seen the kid has an interest. That means he may be having some issues with time management, maybe procrastinating a little bit, maybe not having effective study habits. So why is the kid's achievement scores not okay? So they have to basically go hand in hand. Now you can have an aptitude for music, right? You can
Yes.
have an aptitude for music, बट जरूरी नहीं है कि आप वो उसको ट्रांसलेट करो इनटू अ कोर्स टू टेक एग्जाम अचीवमेंट स्कोर. Not necessarily that you need to take up a particular career, take up a particular vocation and do an exam in it. So if your interest and aptitude, what is your interest and aptitude, Manshi?
I love to draw.
Ah,
Whenever I get stressed out or I have so many things, that ye bhi karna hai, wo bhi karna hai, then I move to drawing and to write something in my diary so that all my emotions come on that diary. So I will feel a little more light.
very nice. So creative writing, more like writing a journal. That's also so creativity. So
Yes.
here, yeah, very good creativity. So you have an aptitude for creativity. So there is so much in terms of careers. What do you have in mind? Do you have some idea in mind what you want to do?
Ma'am, I'm definitely looking forward towards human resource management because I'm very much
Ah,
interested in that field, and I'm very much fortunate that my parents are very supportive, and they are very much interactive, and they're very open so that I can share what I want to do and what I don't. There was an incident in my life when everybody around me are forcing me to do medical, but they understood, and they told me that it's not a burden. This is your choice, that what you're gonna do. so
yes.
so I would like to tell you all that it's up to you what you want to do, because at last you have to face the world in your own. Nobody's gonna face through. You are only one who have the power to control your life, so choose accordingly. It's very important.
Very nice. And see, it's very important to have supportive parents. So, yes, the message for all you viewers out there, if there are any parents watching, it's important to reorganize. It's not that you're doing something wrong, you're just misinformed, or we are only doing what we were taught. So, we are looking at generation changing, the way things are different now. So, there's some message here. Manju, would you like to have a look at the chat while I get on to the next part of it? So,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. So, just tell me, what is it?
Ma'am, it's regarding the Fairgaze Facebook page. So please click on that, and you can see our Facebook page also. Please like and share and subscribe that page. Please like that.
Okay, great. So we have a Facebook page, and please check it out. Like, subscribe, join us as part of Fairgaze. To continue, we were talking about primary years, and when I had sessions and talks in primary classes, Manshi, in schools, it was very interesting to note that I asked them, I said, why do you come to school? So the kids were saying, ma'am, because we learn things, we make friends. I like to carry my tiffin box. I love to come in school bus because my bhaiya is coming to school or my didi. Most of them had these answers. I said, very nice, okay. And I said, and what else? What else? What else? You'll be surprised. About 20% of the kids, just about 20% of the kids had the response that we want to take up a job and make money or be known in the society. We want a job. About 20% in the primary years. Now you'll say, ma'am, ये तो ठीक है, चलता है. चलता नहीं है. And I'll give you a reason why. क्यों नहीं चलता है? Do you remember we have the EVS Manchi?
Yes,
All the
ma'am.
kids in
Yes, ma'am.
class 1?
Yes,
There's a
ma'am.
particular chapter, I don't know whether you'll be able to recall or not, but there's always in most EVS in primary years, there is a chapter on people who help us, helpers. Do you recall?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What is so they have the pictorials of a bus driver, a maid, nurse, doctor, and
Yes, ma'am.
all of that started in class 1. It was not in class 6, or it was not in class 7. I repeat, for all you teachers out there, all you parents, all you kids out there, it's in class 1 that the EVS in CBSE syllabus has people who help us. So you get introduced to people who help us from class 1. Now, we also would like to help people is the next step. That is why we come to school. And that is why we try to understand. If you remember, Manchi, that we've had these fancy dresses in primary
Yes, ma'am.
school.
Yes, ma'am.
Invariably, most schools will have at least one event.
Yes,
कि वो
ma'am.
postmaster बन के आएगा, doctor, nurse. ठीक है?
Hmm.
That much of introduction of careers to happen, and then it's chucked out of the window. It's thrown out of the window very quickly. So जितनी जल्दी आया उतना ही बाहर, over and done with. So this is a suggestion to the school community, to teachers, that we need to have a little more concerted programs, more like creative programs, just like you have a fancy dress. Why don't we have the same thing a little more up, like in class 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? May not be having a fancy dress, but a little more R&D work done on it, like have different, like a group activity. Have a class divided into 7, 8 different groups and say, pick any one career and you role play it in the class for us. That's one of the activities. It could
Yes, ma'am.
be the any activity the activity teacher can take. I repeat, this is part of the wow factor, which I would like to request the schools to take up. Of course, you can take it up even now in pandemic. Why don't we do that? Tell the kids to prepare something and role play it as a Zoom meeting. So coming back to introduce kids to different careers actually starts very early in life. Many a time we have noticed that we have relatives coming home, right, Manchi? We have
Yes, ma'am.
uncle, aunties. First and foremost thing, you ask a kid in middle school, even middle school, you ask a kid in the classroom and say, "Do you know what your parents do?" 80% of them will know only what the dad does, mostly, most probably. Pakka nahi hai. What the mother does, what job, they may not be knowing. They may not be able to explain to you. Why? Is it a technical thing? Is it language issue? None of that. That means the communication hasn't happened. In fact, there are times much later in life, the kids actually figure out that their mother is, she had done a nutrition course, or she's a Kathak dancer, or she's done a 1 year diploma in embroidery. Nobody, they don't know about it. Why don't the parents talk to the kids about their own careers, first thing? Then come the second thing, we have relatives and friends coming home. We have our own relatives. Introduce them. Okay, this is Ramesh Chacha. Ramesh Chacha has done commerce. Commerce is with numbers, which means we find out there are Hisab Kitab given. There's something known as BCom. The more you introduce to the kids, they listen very carefully. But the moment you say, "Ye hai, Chacha ji, inko namaste karo aur apne kamre mein jao," you've lost that opportunity to make the kid aware of that particular career. You never know which career the kid is able to feel motivated, inspired. And by the way, we have research to say that there's no bigger drive than intrinsic motivation. Why do kids lose interest in studies? Because they really don't know why are they studying. Why
Yes,
in middle school they say, मन नहीं अच्छा नहीं लगता मुझे ये सब्जेक्ट, वो नहीं अच्छा लगता, ये नहीं अच्छा लगता, क्योंकि उनको पता नहीं है कि पढ़ के होगा क्या. नंबर तो आते जाएंगे, like there's a
hmm.
like my son told me in primary years. He says, Mama, how does it matter, whether I get an A, B, or C? I'll go to the next class, no? So how does it matter whether I get an A, B? This is true. I said, yeah, it doesn't matter. So coming back to what matters, if the kid is introduced to different courses, to different careers, they are likely to do more thinking. They are likely to inquire more. They are likely to become motivated themselves. This is something I would like to do. Of course, that will change a little bit. It's not supposed to remain constant, but that changes based on their more detailed information that they get as they grow up. Sometimes there's the peer influences. They say, "Oh, this is
I
something new."
also noticed one thing in students that uh, they are interested in some sports, but they refuse to play that. Just by saying that if we pay more attention to sports, we are not going to handle our this subject, or we are not going to get good marks. Then then our parents will scold us that why are you paying so much attention on sports? Sports is not going to help you. So this is a misconception that we build in a student mind, that if you pay attention to sports or any other extracurricular activity, you are not going to get good marks, and then there is no future ahead. So this is the thing that we
Good
have to
question. Very good
tell
point. Yeah.
the student, that you can manage both things. You can manage sports also with
Yeah.
your academics.
Yeah,
It's
I
not a
think I
difficult
think I
thing.
think you brought about a very good point. Exactly what we were talking a few minutes back. For example, you may have an interest in sports, you may not have an aptitude for it.
Yes, ma'am.
Does it make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
How will you know that?
Because I've at my level, I was very much interested in basketball, but I was not good at it. But I love to play.
Lovely.
I was not so much good. I was
Very
average player,
nice.
but
Very
I love to play. I love to be in
Yeah.
that environment, in
Yeah,
that
that's good.
competitive environment.
Yeah.
So I
So
love that.
here is where the parent and the child, for example, if the parent says to the child कि interest है तुम्हारे में aptitude नहीं है, the kid may not understand what you are saying. So how will we determine aptitude? Aptitude will be, okay, you have inter-house competitions.
Yes, ma'am.
So inter-house competition में आप कहाँ stand किए? Those are
We
no, no, I'm talking about generally, not you.
Yes,
I'm talking
ma'am.
about others, generally people. So there we have a parameters of excellence. अगर आपके वो excellence वाले parameters way down हैं, then to continue with sports as a hobby, as a de-stress, as a keeping fit, keeping healthy, may not be career. So it's important, like I keep repeating, the interest and has to go with aptitude, right? For excelling in sports, you need to first and foremost be physically extremely agile, extremely healthy, extremely high discipline, the ability to practice for 4 6 hours. I want everybody to see biopic Saina Nehwal ki
I
jo
never.
biopic hai. You must check it out, and for all you people who are motivated into games. So coming back to, you need to have aptitude and interest. It has to match your personality type, and it has to also go with your achievement score. It's not so. Coming back to, we were talking about how in primary years the parents should introduce the kids to their relatives, make sure they are more and more aware weekly, every Sunday. Why are we just talking about marks? आप करियर्स के बारे में बात करके तो देखो, बच्चे इतने इंटरेस्टेड हो जाते हैं. पहले तो हम पेरेंट्स को नहीं पता होता है. So थोड़ा टाइम निकालिए. It's a bit of a project to begin with. But once you have it in your family, it'll help the other nieces, nephews, it'll help the younger children, and it'll be something you'll be more aware and maybe able to guide other kids. A lot of us are pretty lost about what all careers to do. So coming back to just a little homework, and you can really help the kid. So what can the teachers do? We talked about it. You can have activity based programs to inculcate, or to inculcate interest in what kind of careers are there. You can have fancy dress. You can have like there used to be something known as what is that, show and tell. There's something known as show and tell. There in primary years, take an item. So make it more career centric. And the teachers can help. Every week they can have an activity the same way that if you want to be a doctor, you don't have to be excellent in art. You need to be very good in science and maths. So if the kid in primary years does not know क्या सब्जेक्ट से क्या जॉब्स मिलती हैं, तो बच्चा विल बी लॉस्ट एंड कम इन मिडिल स्कूल दे से मुझे पढ़ने का मन ही नहीं कर रहा है, मुझे स्कूल नहीं जाना है. So that is what happens. So coming to one important factor, like I was talking about, what happens when the kid is in middle school? The typical thing what happens in middle school is that because the kid does not know why he or she is coming to school, they are generally 80% of children are lost about what careers to take. And that I think perhaps is one of the biggest reasons why we have children who are getting good marks because of rote learning, children who are not able to cope up are most of the kids. Let's say there are 50 kids. 50 kids में से 10 बच्चों के बहुत अच्छे नंबर आएंगे, 10%, 10. 10 के बहुत खराब आएंगे, 20 निकल गए. जो 30 है वो एवरेज है. ये एवरेज बच्चे लॉस्ट होते हैं, क्या करना है, they don't know anything. Yes. So majority of our population comes within the average range. Most of our society and community, even in terms of office and even in terms of various capabilities. So average में ही सारा confusion है. That does not mean that we are putting down the averages. No. In fact, I really feel that average kids are actually they are the jack of all trades, and you don't need to be a master of one. Not necessary. That's not the one formula for success. Master of jack of all trades, which means the ability to have different interests. You can choose 2-3 things at the same time. For example, not everybody is cut out for 9-to-5 job. You can have you can be consultant to do a couple of 2 things. You can do a volunteering work. You can be an entrepreneur. You can have your own startup. You can set up your own NGO, and there's so much. Or you can do research work. You can do writing work. You can blog. You can be a YouTuber. There is so much. So yeah, there's so much happening. So and of course, coming now to, since we have about 10 minutes, coming to do you know what are the very hot favorite careers nowadays, especially in the pandemic and so on?
Nowadays students are more getting aware with the digital content world, because as they are seeing that there's so many things happening around them in social media. Like whenever they're watching YouTube, they can see that there's so many topics and so many things that YouTubers are making on. There's so many topics that YouTubers are making, and they are like, yeah, this is the same thing, I can relate with them. So yeah, they come to know that there are funny parts also, there are something to learn also. So they are coming, they're getting more familiar that there is a job like blogger, there is a job like YouTuber also, we can do something in that field also. There are so much thing in digital content. We can be a creative team head also. We can write something, we can be a script writer also. We can be an editor also. We can learn the skills of like video editing. There's so many things that they are coming through right now. As I can see that there's something like blogging. If you love to travel, you can blog that out. So there's so many things that they're getting familiar right now.
So I guess you have said the one word, and I think you're also very, very aware, which is good. I think a lot of youngsters will get motivated to see Manshi saying, if she can be, then so should I be. Let me get more aware of different careers. Very good. Coming back to this one important thing you just now talked about, Manshi, is the digital world. The pandemic has actually opened this big, huge, magical world of computers, the internet. Some people criticize that, but I think it's a new normal. It's time to explore. We have underexplored in the past. Even the education system was just barely there in our Indian system. कि भाई थोड़ा है बस वेबसाइट है थोड़ा बेसिक से काम हो रहा है बाकी बस more required. So careers in digital, artificial intelligence is something which is the career of tomorrow. It is here to stay. Everything, because it's going to be more and more digitalized, more and more computerized. We are going to be doing more work on artificial intelligence. And it's time, like I said, to look at things in a little more reorganized form. Meanwhile, as we are today, I think one important part is while we are working at what careers to pick, I'm sure it's a very, very anxious time for kids and teachers and parents in today's world where the 10th exams are cancelled and 12th are postponed indefinitely. Every other time there is some news coming, they're going to have a meeting and they're going to start, have it in July, have it here, have it there. All I can say is, first and foremost, we are going to have an interactive session on Fairgaze itself this Sunday. We are going to have
Yes, ma'am.
panelists who are educationists and panelists, and in the education department. A few of us will be there on Sunday, so please check us out, interact with us. We are going to throw some light on what is the future of the kids in such uncertain times. So, to give you a bit of a peek, sneak review of it in 2 lines, please treat this time as wartime. In wartime, we are only concerned about waking up the next day alive and not
Yes, ma'am.
the bomb or the shell, falling on our ceilings. We are alive the next day is the exact situation we are in. So if we are getting anxious about what future and what all of that is pause time. Pause. Pause does not mean wasting time. We'll talk about that, I think, in on
Yes,
Sunday.
ma'am.
But yes, pause time would mean do explore the internet. There are a lot of online courses which you can take up. Something
This
which
is
you
the
can
right time to work on yourself.
there you go. It's the right time to work on. Can you think of something? Manchi,
Yes,
what is
ma'am.
it the kids can do? What are the youngsters can do?
They can, find out that in which area they are interested, and then they can work on that field. Like
Yeah.
if you're interested in maths, so you can learn maths. There are so many things. Like I have discovered that coding is a new trend right now. Like kids around me are so much fascinated with coding. They are joining in new workshops, new seminars,
Mm,
new certificate courses to learn about that. So yeah, you can do that. You can find out in which area you are interested, and then you can talk to your parents about that and do something in that field.
very nice. Yes, very nice. That's exactly, and there are a lot of communities, no? There are a lot of
Yes, ma'am.
communities on Facebook, Instagram, and so on. Join those
There's so many
communities.
things
Yeah,
that
which
are
ones?
going around and free of cost, that they are giving you a chance to develop a new thing. There are so many things right now, so you can
Yes.
explore that.
Yeah, so communities like book review, bookaholics, book review. It could be something known as haiku. Haiku is a Japanese form of poetry, which is written in 4 lines. There are apps available which are also there. You have your puzzles, you have your creative writing. There is also stuff on fiction, writing fiction, sometimes book review, like writing an editorial on a particular general studies. All of you must have Twitter, or you must have MyGov as an app. Why? Any idea why? Why should we have MyGov app,
I think
My
I have
Government
Twitter
app?
so that I can be
Okay.
aware about what is going around me and have an opinion and strong and be able to,
Yeah.
write something. Be
Yes.
opinionative that yeah, I have opinion. I want to tell everyone that I have this opinion about this subject about
Yeah.
regarding this thing.
Correct. So the important thing, of course, Twitter. I think what is the age that you can join? Which I think you need to be 18 or 16 or 13.
Ma'am, I was around 18.
I think you
I
need to
was
be an
18.
adult to be in Twitter. I'm not sure, but please check it out, guys. If
Because
you're
there was an
underage,
age, particular age in which you can join that.
yeah. So we don't know about it, right? I think I'm requesting the viewers to check it out themselves. and not do something which your age doesn't allow you to do, because that's complete waste of time. There are lots of apps which are there to help you enhance your language skills, your reading abilities. There are ebooks available. There is so much that the internet is exposing us to. However, like a normal timetable, like a normal schedule, if you cannot be sitting in front of the computer 8 hours or 9 hours, we have our school timings. So there is 30 minutes. Give a 30 minutes as one period of your screen time. Get off the screen time, go for a glass of water, do some eyes exercise, stretch exercises, 5 minutes. Remember when the teacher used to come and we used to have a change of teacher? It used to take 5 minutes, right? Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Manchi, in school?
Yes, ma'am.
Same thing should be done at home too. So, in a productive way, not in a casual way. The more disciplined you are, the more you're able to optimize on your time. Make sure you're exercising, you are doing some physical labor, and everybody will think, oh, ma'am, we can't go out to play, we can't do this. Can you tell them any idea, Panchi, how to keep fit?
You can play indoor games with your family. It's a very good time to be
But suppose
engaged
if
with your family.
suppose you want to sweat it out, then
If you don't want to, then you
no.
can.
If you want to sweat it out, if they want to sweat it out, what should they do?
They can play games like, you can go to your roof, you can use the stairs to, walk up and
Yeah,
down, you can
very
do yoga,
nice.
you can,
Yeah,
there are so many
skipping.
things that we are going
Have
right
a
now.
have a competition with skipping with your elder
Yeah,
brother.
yes,
भैया,
ma'am.
can you do this much in these many seconds? अगर इनमें से सब चीज से आप बोर हो जाते हो, तो घर की साफ सफाई कर लो, पंखा साफ कर दो, चीजें डीक्लटर कर दो. It's a very sweaty thing to do. Try doing that. It'll burn a lot of calories, and you'll be the favorite of your mother's if you're helping her in pandemic. And we are looking at more and more time for lockdowns. The lockdowns are getting extended. We are in a very serious, precarious situation. So. I think to sum it all up, let's live up the wow factor of our education system, the world of work. We are all responsible, equally responsible to make it wowy. That is the parents, the teachers, and the students themselves. So keep up the good wow factor. Be inspired, inspire others, and keep safe, because we are going through very difficult times. Be a little easy on yourself and not let anxiety come in. What will I do? How will I earn money? Mm, this is what I planned, and the pandemic has ruined it all for me. It's just a matter of pause. It's a pause time. Sit
Don't
back.
feel that you're alone.
Yeah.
There are so many like you. We all are facing this and we are all together in this. So you're not alone. Feel free and be connected. If you're not connected with your friends at this time, you're not connected with your people who are surrounding you. It's very, it's very demotivating. You feel, shy. If you're feeling shy, please try to connect, because this connecting word will help you, to explore what it inside you. So it's a very good time to connect with the people you are not able to. So please
So yeah,
connect.
so last but not the least, of course, you can just sum it up, Manji, right in the end. But before I sign out, I'd like to also quickly say that I'm a practicing psychologist. I'm also director at Fairgaze, but I do online counseling. I've been doing it for the past 30 years in clinical practice, and pandemic has, of course, made it pertinent for us mental health professionals to work 7 days a week, 24/7 if possible. We are available, and my mobile phone is 9810403394. You can get my details also on Fairgaze. You can send me email. Manshi, can you just put it on the chat there? Can you put it on chat so that
Okay, ma'am.
people, for everyone, yeah,
Okay.
whoever is there. How else can we do that? Maybe, yeah, since it's being recorded, right? This is recorded.
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, then I think anybody who here watches our video will be able to do that. My mobile number is 9810403394. For appointments, please message me. I will revert to you ASAP for online sessions. And my email ID is madhusri matis@yahoo.com. Feel free to email me for queries, concerns, fixing appointments. Please don't think that you're all by yourself dealing with stuff. We are just a call away, and I will be more than happy to help you out as and when possible. So, yeah, be safe, chin up, and take good care. Manshi, the last word is yours since you are the one who started the program. Over to you,
Yes.
Manshi. Take good care.
So, thank you for joining us today, and I hope that you all learned a lot. And if you have any query, you can ask ma'am. This is the right time that you should ask, and ma'am is always there for us. You can also see ma'am on our Fairgaze Mentor site. You can search her and contact her whenever you want. And as I said you that this is the right time to stay connected with your parents, stay connected with your friends, so that you can explore what's inside you. And if you have some skills, some interest inside you that you want to explore at this time, you are free to connect with us, as we have so many webinars, we have so many workshops, we have so many mentors with us, which can help you in that field. We have so many, paintings and sketching workshops coming. We have some monthly workshops coming. So stay engaged with us, keep following our page, and you will finally get something great there. And I'm ensuring you that you will finally be able to enjoy this time and can explore and can learn also at this time. So thank you guys for joining us today, and thank you ma'am for being
Take
with us.
care. Take care. Bye bye. All the best. Be safe. God bless all of you. Bye.
Okay.
Bye, ma'am.